Like for example, just to give an example, there is a solar light company which is selling a product for about 10,000 rupees. Now imagine selling it to a hutment, or imagine selling it to a jhopdi in some particular village. Do you think they'll buy? Any of you, I mean, do you think they'll buy? So they have bought this particular, he has created innovation, pay as you use. He has an excellent locking system in that particular device, which is operated through mobile. And the mobile is the way he gets the funds collected. So if you recharge your particular mobile, a part of it goes to your usage of that electricity. So pay as you use. So the moment he pays by remote, through the mobile, it gets, your lock gets activated and it's ready to operate. Otherwise, if he does not pay, it gets locked. So it is how you do this innovation. There is a need. How do you do that particular innovation? That is left to you.
I think it's amazing because even in say financial organization, microfinance, I think it was no banks were looking at that business. Now everybody is looking at that business.
Sure.
So I think we need to look at different financial models than the traditional.
So there is also this particular, sorry to interrupt you, I mean I wanted to also tell you this, it does not stop at the sales. I mean, like for example, if you have looked at any particular product, it does not stop at sale. This for example product is a habit change. The way the lady is using this particular stove, she has to then continue to use this particular stove. There is a habit change. If there is a habit change, mind you, it is more tough. It is simple. If you want to relate the example, it is between a broom and a vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaners, everyone purchases, uses it for 3 months, packs it, keeps it away. The similar thing, if I give an improved cook stove, I need to transition. That's the difference in Envirofit and other stove makers. We need to transition step by step with that particular lady to make that habit. And I go for every product. Every product, this is a habit change. Why do you think toilets are not successful in the rural? I mean, everyone knows that toilet is necessary. But why do you think that toilets are not successful? It's a habit change. You've got used to the habit of openly defecating, and then you end up, the toilets are not built at all.
My last question from my side, and we'll be open for, I think I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions. What do you advise for maybe 25 or 30-year-old, okay, who has the option to have some cool enterprise, okay, which is focused on social analytics for global housing companies or whatever, those kind of or something in BI or something in something for market, basically market which is traditional market, and maybe option of doing something we call it as social enterprise. So how will, because he's not activist, okay, where he can give away everything. He wants to have his own life, some sustainability, wants to take financial, worried about his financial future, this, that. So what will advise actually? I would ask, your wife is not here, I would ask this question to her.
That's the reason I didn't bring her here.
Yeah. So what will advise actually? Because as an entrepreneur, because you have seen both the worlds actually.
Yeah, it depends on what drives you. I mean, like for example, for me, I always like the risk element. I always like the excitement in that particular. So if you require excitement in your life, I would suggest that you need to look at this space. No doubt there is a huge amount of market potential in this social space, or what I call as a development market. But there is a lot of risks as well. So you need to first experience from a traditional market and then look at this particular space as I have done, or possibly go into the realm of this particular social market, and there's a lot of huge potential and scope available to do it. How do you need it? I mean, there is no one solution I can give or you can give for the getting, but there is definitely a potential. I have seen it. I have seen. I mean, trying to sell stores is the hardest, the most tough part. I mean, you can sell solar lights better than stores. So I know that you can deliver much more. I mean, I have understood that there are these people who are selling training modules to the rural and doing excellently well. I mean, there's so much of population which is migrating from the villages to the cities. I think we need to stop that, and I think best methodology would be train them, get them skills developed, and there is a huge potential to do that as well.
Thank you very much. And I think it was very inspiring. Maybe we have 15 minutes more, so we'll open it for any questions.
I want your take on one thing. How do you compare the urban poor, the slum dwellers maybe, with the rural, in terms of psyche? Is there any difference? Because, for example, will your stores work with the slums or jhuggi jhopdis, or will they not? You must have done some studies, some insights on that.
Yeah, it will definitely help, because they also, you say, look at Bombay for example, there are so many migrant laborers coming from Bihar, UP or any of these particular doing the rickshaw business and taxi business. They live one 10 by 10 apartment, about 6 or 7 people, and they cook in alternates, and they have only this particular gadget to cook on. They cook on traditional stoves itself, because they cannot get gas, they cannot get any kerosene in a subsidized market. So for them, every penny counts. So they use possibly disposed of furniture, wood, or in terms of there are these timber merchants who sell wood, and for them it is an immediate potential to buy these particular stores. For us, it is a difficult proposition, because it is like getting a pin in a haystack, because you don't know where they lie and how many of them, because even in a jhuggi jhopdi, some of them will have LPG connections. Dharavi, for example, there will be many of these guys who will be having LPG connections either in illegal fashion or whatever. So it is very difficult to get them. So that's why we need to look at some NGOs who are specifically working in that space. So for me, it's a different focus altogether, because when I'm focusing on rural, if I have a team which is focusing on urban, so it becomes a double challenge for me. So that's the reason we are not doing that as of now, but there is definitely a potential there. We have tried that in Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, for example, there are certain slums which we have sold off stores, but we didn't go further because it was creation of another space altogether in terms of the manpower.
You have so much experience in the rural markets. You have been traveling all over the country and all that. Is there some idea of creating a rural entry funnel through which somebody like me who probably has an idea but has no access to these things can use your experience and your marketing judgment or understanding and all, and push it through that channel? I think many people would at least start thinking if there is some idea like this. Could you please share something?
So there is, in terms of, if you are looking at the network, there are multiple organizations who have a rural network. So there is, like for example, we are working with an organization called as Dharma. So Dharma is attached with Pratham in terms of an NGO. So Dharma has village level entrepreneurs in various villages of Bihar, UP, Maharashtra. So where these village level entrepreneurs are recruited from the village, they go from village to village with various products and they sell the product. So whatever product they can be given to Dharma, Dharma can pass it on to your village level entrepreneur. So that is available. I mean, there are multiple options of, you have for example HLL's earlier Shakti Amma, now it is Shakti Man or Shakti Man. So they have created from Shakti Amma to Shakti Man. The Shakti Man goes with a cycle with all the HLL products and retailing to the villagers. So that network is available.
It's a fantastic question. Maybe a request. We have somebody.
He is there, of course. Manish Bhandari is there. Who is creating this particular entire.
Why don't you? We'll have a separate session with you.
Yeah, no, we love to do that. So just briefly, So that was a very excellent question because the